Okay, so this video is going to explain this module and a couple of the other modules. What we're going to be doing here is we're going to be reading an article that I wrote about how to create a modern and attractive looking website. There's a few universal type styles that are applying that are going to kind of help you to come up with a little bit of a nicer looking website. So you can read through this. It's going to talk a little bit about hero images and typography, call to actions, how important they are, white space. White space is going to be a pretty big issue for students with the first time making the website. All we're talking about with white space is just getting things to line up nice and easily within your website. If you have 4 pictures in a row across the website, don't let them be different size boxes. Make sure they're evenly spaced throughout the website. And it just really helps a website to look better. Here's an example I put in here showing a local CrossFit gym. This is their homepage, believe it or not, or it was a year ago. You can just see all this awkward space all over the place, different size pictures here, just making it look bad. Menus all over the place. There's a little barbecue restaurant. They got this big huge sidebar, but then they only wrote a paragraph here, so you just got this really weird looking space here, which looks bad. Here's a good example of spreading stuff around on a website. Nice and evenly lined up. Good spacing between sections. From section to section, some things I'm going to tell you to do in this class is to alternate between dark sections and light sections. It's just going to make it look a lot better when you're making your websites. Don't put like 4 color or image sections in a row. If you have a big picture section like this, use a white section and then another section that either has color or an image, and it's going to look a lot better and a lot cleaner too. So a couple more examples of things that look nice. UX, super important. And then what I want to talk to you about real quick is the color and the fonts. We're going to be using some tools to pick a color theme for our websites. Read through this and then go back to your client. If they have an existing website, go and find the colors that they're using. Try to pick something similar. If they do not have a color scheme, you might have to come up with one. A few people are doing brand new websites for friends or family, so you might have to put a little bit of branding together for these websites. So one tool that you could use, you can't see it at the top of my screen, but I have a Chrome extension called iDropper, UIE Dropper, and I can just click on that and go through a web page, and it's gonna be hard to see in this video. I know this is gonna show up small at your screen, but if I click on any color in a web page, it's gonna go and record that within the Chrome thing, so I can go and pull out that color. So if you're using Chrome, this one's called iDropper, or just Google pick color from a web page if you want to go in and actually pick out colors from a web page. So the other thing you're going to be doing is picking 2 fonts. You're going to be picking a title font, and you're going to be picking what's called a paragraph font. So pick 2 of those. There's going to be plenty of examples to go through for here. Try to pick something consistent with the branding of your website if it's existing, or something that's going to kind of have a feel of the website that you are creating from scratch. Once you have your colors picked out, and once you have your fonts, the 2 names of your fonts picked out, all I'm going to ask you to do for this assignment is to make sure that you have a boxy or rectangular looking layout, which you already should have based on what I requested in the last video. If you don't, just go and kind of pick a boxy layout. You're going to see this in the next video that I do, but you can just see how all this is kind of rectangular and spaced out like that. As a contrasting example, that resume website that we put together is not boxy at all. It's kind of got like weird floaty things kind of all throughout the website. So What we're going to try to do, just to come up with a easy, modern-looking website, is to get with this boxy, kind of like the boxy look. So the lawyer layout, as I suggested earlier, or the accountant layout are two good ones. But you can go to your layouts and look all the way through them and kind of see what happens in there, and if there's any of those different layouts that you like. So submit your URL with your extension on it. If it's first name last name.me/barbecue or Tony's or whatever it is, make sure I can see that. And then just in the comment, I want you to put down the colors that you chose for your color theme, the fonts, and then in the next assignment, we're going to be putting those into the actual website. But for now, I just want you to submit this and then move on to the next assignment. And in the next assignment, we are going to be essentially putting everything together between the image optimization and this modern looking website stuff. We're going to be putting it all together to get a little bit better start on our home pages.